Episode 1, you watched it, you did the homework, you wrote down the problem you solve, who you solve it for, and what makes you different. If you did not, go back and do that first. This video builds on it. And for those who did, welcome to episode 2. Today we are talking about setup. Before you build anything, your CV, your portfolio, your LinkedIn, you need infrastructure. The right tools, the right accounts, the right professional presence. Because the moment you send your first application, everything the employer sees before they read a single word about your experience forms their first impression about you. And first impressions in the remote market are made in seconds. 3 key learnings today. Let's go. Remote work is not a mindset. It is an infrastructure. So before anything else, you need a laptop, not a phone. You will be building documents, attending video calls, managing multiple platforms, and accessing systems simultaneously. And a phone cannot do that job. You need a stable internet connection, not sometimes stable, consistently stable. A dropped call with a client is not an inconvenience, it's a professional failure. So internet, reliable internet, is a non-negotiable. Your work depends on it. You need a quiet, dedicated workspace, not your kitchen, not your bedroom with the TV on. A space where you can show up looking and sounding like the professional you're positioning yourself to be. This is your baseline, and if any of these are missing, that is your priority. Not your CV, not your portfolio, not your LinkedIn. Infrastructure first. Those in my programs get a full onboarding checklist that covers every single item with standard specifics. But even if you are following this series independently, write down every single item and confirm you have it before you move on to anything else. Your email address appears on your CV, your portfolio, and every application you submit. And again, before a recruiter reads a single word about your experience, they've already formed an opinion based on the address it came from. Facts. No Yahoo, no Hotmail, no nicknames, and if possible, avoid numbers. The standard is your first name dot surname at gmail.com. That's it. So ensure that you have a professional email address. And in the demo section, I'm going to show you how to set up your professional email signature. Your email signature is not just your contact details. It is a brand statement. And done correctly, it has your name, your title, your value proposition, and links to your LinkedIn, your portfolio, and your booking calendar. Every email you send becomes a touch point. Now, beyond email, there are standard tools every remote professional needs to be comfortable with. You do not need to master all of them before you start, but you need to know they exist and start exploring them now. Communication and collaboration tools. The common ones are Slack, Google Meet, and Zoom. These are how remote teams communicate daily. And if you have never used Slack, create a free account this week and explore it. Productivity and task management tools. Google Workspace is not just Gmail. It is Docs, Sheets, Drive, Calendar, and Meet all working together. Explore all of it. ClickUp is also commonly used for managing tasks and workflows across remote teams. Explore it. Project management tools, Asana and Trello. These are how remote employers assign work, track progress, and manage deadlines. Explore them. Calendar management tools. The common ones are Calendly and Google Calendar. Explore them and know how to leverage them accordingly. CRM tools, HubSpot and Go High Level. These manage client relationships, communications, and pipelines. Explore them. Beyond these standard tools, there are platforms specific to your niche. A medical VA needs to know EHR systems. A social media VA needs scheduling tools. A legal VA needs document management platforms. Those are assigned based on your area of focus. In my programs, participants get a full tools guide with specific getting started resources for each platform, and niche specific tools are assigned based on the track you're on. But start with the standard ones today, create the accounts, explore the interface. Do not wait until you start applying to discover what Slack is. Okay? Certifications. In episode 1, we talked about why a certification alone will not get you hired. But there are specific free certifications that genuinely add credibility, particularly for VA and remote roles. In my programs, you get a list of all the foundational courses that you need to complete before you start building your CV. For example, the HIPAA certification. If you're targeting any type of healthcare or medical VA role, this is a non-negotiable. US medical practices will not hire a remote worker handling patient data without it. It is free, it takes a few hours, and the link is in the description. Another key foundational certification you should complete is the Working as a Virtual Assistant course on Alison. Again, the link is in the description box. Finally, AI certifications. AI proficiency is no longer optional in the remote market. Employers expect it. And in my programs, you will be assigned with 2 specific AI for beginners certifications. Nonetheless, there are so many free AI courses online. Ensure that you complete one. Now, I want to be honest with you. Completing these certifications is the starting point. Knowing how to use them in your CV, where to place them, and how to talk about them in an interview, that is a different conversation. And that is exactly what my programs covers. If you want the full structured system, the onboarding checklist, the weekly task briefs, the CV templates, the portfolio framework, the interview strategies, etc., the link to the programs is also in the description box. But start with the free resources. Do not wait. Your homework before episode 3. 1. Confirm your infrastructure. Laptop, reliable internet, and workspace. 2. Create a professional Gmail account if you don't have one. 3. Set up your email signature. Even if your LinkedIn and portfolio links are not yet live, build the structure and update the links as they go live. Last but not least, enroll in at least one of the certifications I mentioned. Do not complete it today, just start. In episode 3, we are going to start building your CV, not updating the one you have. Building the one that is actually positioned for the global remote market. That episode is going to change how you think about your experience. Do not miss it.